So welcome back to the Headspace journey and to day 11. Now, over the next few days, we're going to look at how to improve your experience of Headspace. So that means looking at some of the obstacles that can sometimes arise and how to overcome those, and also looking at your motivation. So you'll have your own reason for why you're sort of doing this exercise each day, but it's really important to recognize how it impacts those around you as well. Because when you bring that attitude to the exercise, it tends to soften the mind, making the practice feel that much easier. So I'm just going to include a little bit of that into the exercise today. But for now, just take a moment to get comfortable. Just as we did before, eyes open. A nice soft focus. Looking ahead, not really staring at one thing, but just aware of the space around you. And when you're ready, just taking some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And with the next out breath, just gently closing the eyes now. As you allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out through the nose. And you just take a moment or two just to check in with those physical sensations, to feel the weight of the body pressing down against a chair or the floor. And just acknowledging those other points of contact. And just take a moment to notice any sounds as well. Remember, just allowing them to come and go within your awareness. And now just bringing the attention back to the body. Just checking in with the body, noticing how you're feeling today. Whether there's a sense of heaviness or lightness in the body, of restlessness or stillness. And when you're ready, starting at the top of the head, just taking the next 30 seconds to scan down through the body. Just noticing those areas of comfort, of discomfort. And just building up a picture of how the body feels. And remember, as you scan down through the body, just starting to notice that underlying mood, the emotional quality of the mind. Sometimes it's immediately obvious. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to define. You're just getting a sense of what that is. And before you move your focus to the breath now, just take a moment just to be clear in your own mind about what your motivation is for doing this exercise today. It can be the motivation for yourself, but also try to include the motivation for others, how this exercise can potentially impact in a positive way those close to you, those around you. Doesn't require a lot of thinking, just getting a sense of what that might be. And now just allowing the attention to drift down to the breath. Just settling on that rising and falling sensation. As you take just a minute or so to become more aware of where you feel that movement, the quality of the breath, the rhythm. Just noticing how each breath is different from the last. And remember, the moment you realize your mind's wandered off, it's no problem, but just gently bringing the attention back again, back to that rising and falling sensation. And if you find that it helps to maintain your focus, just slowly in your own time starting to count the breaths as they pass. So remember, just allowing thoughts to come and go. Doesn't matter if the mind wanders, but the moment you realize you've been distracted in any way at all, just gently bringing the attention back again and just picking it up in the number you left off on. And just for a moment now, letting go of that focus on the breath, letting go of any focus, and just allowing the mind to do whatever it wants to do. And then just gently bringing the attention back to the body, back in to those physical senses as you start to feel the weight of the body again. Those points of contact. As you start to notice the sounds, smells, anything that brings you back in to the immediate environment. And when you're ready, in your own time, you can just gently open the eyes again. And as you sit back and have a stretch now, just like you to take a moment to reflect on that idea of how this exercise can change when you bring to it that extra element of remembering how it impacts not only yourself, but also people around you in your life, the relationships in your life. That really does bring a very different dynamic to the technique. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for day 12 of the Headspace journey.